The Camtree Hunt rig is made for professionals who want to get the most out of their Blackmagic Pocket Cinema camera. Even though most people consider buying the pocket camera especially because of its small form factor, there are a lot of reasons to rig the body. The kit includes a cage, a preamp box for better audio, a cheese plate with power supply and 2 rods. The portable rig is made out of aluminium and weighs around 2 kilograms plus camera body, lens and additional gear like battery, monitor or microphone. The metal cage protects the body and has different sized holes such as one 4-inch and 3 8-inch to mount accessories. On the right side is a wooden grip to be able to hold the cage properly with one hand without having to touch any aluminium. The top handle can be added using 2 screws. The bottom also has a wooden grip. In front of the handle are 2 removable hot shoes to mount gear or accessories. The body cage is open on the back of the camera to be able to see the monitor and to push all the buttons, as well as on the left side where all the connections are located. The record button and the playback buttons on top are accessible as well. To connect the cage with 2 15mm rods, an adapter can be mounted below the cage. The rod adapter has a quick release mechanism with a lock and unlock switch. The so-called A-box is ideal for recording better audio and can be used to get professional results without noticeable noise or hiss. The box features 2 XLR inputs and has a 3.5mm connection to directly put the audio signal into the camera by using a cable. Although the box has XLR connections, it has no phantom power. The sound quality is much better than when directly recording internally without the A-box. The directional microphone is now plugged into the A-box, which uses other preamps, and that signal is directly fed into the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema camera. I am still talking into the same microphone now, but it's directly fed into the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema camera without the A-box, so my voice sounds kind of weird, not so good anymore, and the quality overall is not really usable. When using a monitor via HDMI, there is a helpful add-on. To protect the HDMI cable from being ripped out of the camera, a dedicated HDMI clamp can be mounted on the left side of the cage. A movable cheese plate with V-mount power supply can be added at the end of the 30 cm long rods. Since the battery life of the internal batteries is far from ideal, it makes sense to use an external battery to be able to film for longer than 25 minutes. Depending on which V-mount battery you are using, you can shoot for a whole day without having to change it. To make sure the camera cage is sitting stable on the tripod and the release plate, it is important to use at least 2 screws to avoid the cage and the whole rig from spinning around. The lens mount sticks out of the cage and leaves enough space for an adapter. Setting up and constructing the whole rig just takes a couple of minutes and it's really easy to use. When doing handheld shots by using the cage only in combination with the top handle, the camera is stable and it's easier to get steady shots. Besides having a lot of possibilities to mount accessories onto the rig, the main reason to choose this rig is to get stable shots and to add weight. Due to the few parts and its light weight, the Camtree Hunt kit is ideal for travelers and anybody who needs to set up their camera and gear fast. The 2 biggest problems of the pocket camera are the short battery life and the awful audio quality, which both is taken care of thanks to the A-box and the cheese plate with V-mount. This kit is clearly made to be used on a tripod. You can add a shoulder mount and hand grips if you want to be more flexible. But even when having to shoot a quick handheld take, it's easy to remove the cage from the rig thanks to the quick release plate.